Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the
Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. We got Aaron going beast mode on the sticks, dude. What's going on, Aaron, dude?
What up?
Dude, I'm freaking posted up, dude. Running and gunning, cruising all over town, dude. Dude, me and the dank ass wife, dude. Right now we're searching for house hunting, but rental. You can't afford anything in this market. It's insane. It's a seller's market. But we want to get something a little quieter, dude. A little less, less helicopters doing touch and goes on our street, and we go to this landlord that's like the realtor or whatever that's renting out this home for the family that owns it. The lady's out of control, dude. She's like, she brought everyone in at the exact same time.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, we were all just looking at each other with hate and disdain in our eyes.
Yeah.
My wife and I we were like, besides the realtor, who do you hate the most that we just saw there? Because you're looking at him, you're like, fuck you. I don't want you to live here. I do. Then we have people that were friendly with. Like there was this like one intelligent looking woman she just came in, kind of didn't like it and just left. We're like, okay, good. Also, the house is super lived in and like they have kids and shit, like the current tenants. Uh-huh. And the realtor was like, hey, can you take your shoes off? I was like, no. Dude. I'm like, dude, my shoes are going to get dirtier stepping into this house. But of course I did take them off. Look, I'm a gentleman. It's just, yeah, dude. I mean, the realtor, also her excuse for having to get everyone there at the same time. She goes, sorry, I've got a tea time. I was like, oh my gosh. But you know what? I respect golf, dude. I respect golf. That's okay. I like a lady that golfs too. It was a lady realtor. I like that. That's fine. And it's a weekday on a Wednesday. Like that's the only time that you're available. What does she have? Multiple tea times on the weekend? Like what the fuck? Insane. But enough of that. Because today is a very special episode. That's right. You saw it. Your eyes didn't deceive you. It's a dank off. It's a dank off. We're doing a dank off. And I'm doing this subject today is desert animal dank off, dude. Okay? I recently got back from Tempe. Weather was great. Tempe, Arizona. That's the desert, baby. Sun Devils, home of the Sun Devils. And little did I know that entire area, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, it's all in Glendale where the Cardinals play. It's all just basically one big old hub. Like they're all right next to each other, those cities. And the weather was amazing, dude. We were there last week doing some stand-up. What up, dude? Tempe Improv, dank-ass time. And it wasn't hot yet. And I talked to the dude. We went to this dank-ass breakfast spot that the Jake, dude, who works with the Going Deep with Chad and JT. He's like, dude, trust me. He's got a deep voice. He's like, dude, I know the best breakfast spot, dude. Dude, I know it. And I trusted him because in Colorado, he took us to this place like Sam's 73 or whatever that was dank. He's like, Snooze, trust me, it's the best, dude. We're going to go to Snooze for breakfast. And we went to Snooze and it was dank. It was amazing. And all he got was an oatmeal. No, I'm kidding. He got something good. And truly, truly freaking incredible and dank. Fucking hold on one second. Let me make sure that this track isn't going. Yeah, it was going in the background like I'm about.
Oh, it's fine. I turned it off so it couldn't be heard.
You're a beast. And I even unplugged it, which is smart too. But I got the cans on. Look, dude, I'm not a tech savvy guy, but when I was in the desert, I was like, dude, you know what, man? Who can live here? I was looking at the people. I asked everyone, why the hell do you people live here? What are you doing? Because I talked to the dude at Snooze is what I was going to say. And I was like, it's amazing, dude. He's like, wait, next week. He's like, it gets hot next week. And he just had this defeated tone. He's like, next week, the heat comes. And dude, you basically can't go outside and shit. A lot of the people go to, I remember when I was going to school in San Diego, a lot of the Arizona people would go to San Diego rent homes there and shit in the summer, jack up my prices, make me have to rent from ladies that bring in my competitors.
Yeah, we literally had a term for them, zonies.
The zonies. Yeah, exactly. The zonies are coming in, dude. Later, dude. Freaking, you drove here, dude. You flew here. We grew here, dude. Later. Freaking zonies. Driving up our prices, dude. Get out. In fact, that's why when I was renting homes for college during the school year, you'd have to leave, like, boom, as soon as you graduated in May or August. Actually, mine was June. We were in the quarter system at UCSD, which was tougher to find deals because the guys would want to rent as soon as summer rolled around, rent it to some fucking zonies, dude. But I was like, who can survive out there? Zonies, they leave. But what can live in the desert full time? Probably meth, people that do meth. I think I saw some of that out there in Tempe. Just some dudes walking around, just, you know, don't need water. Just give me the meth. I drink spray paint. And I go, what in nature is perfectly adapted? And I go, what's the most dankly adapted? And I'm going to tell you, we're going to go through 5 here. I got 5 in no particular order. Okay, then we're going to rank them. But I'm going to do a spoiler alert for you real quick. I'm going to lead with a spoiler. Do you want to know what didn't make the list here? Camels. How do you say it? Dromedary or dromedary?
Dromedary. Yeah.
Dromedary. They have like the sack on their back that contains water and fat. It's a cool looking animal, the camel, but you know, weighs a shit ton. Some of them can grow up to 11 feet long. Very sick. But I wanted to tell you that up front to let you know how fucking dank this list is about to be. That the camel isn't even on it. Like when I say desert to you, Aaron, and if I say desert animal, okay, what are you thinking of? What pops into your head?
I'm thinking of rattlesnake.
Okay, bro. Okay, here's the thing. There's a snake on here, but it's not a rattlesnake. Yeah. But let's get into it. Okay, no particular order. The dank off begins. Listen up. Aaron has some images for those watching on YouTube. For you listening, I'll do my best to draw a word picture for you. First one up, the tarantula hawk. Right out of the gate, sick ass name. When I said that to you, tarantula hawk, that's tight. I mean, that should be some gamer's tag. It's a big ass, basically hybrid spider insect. It's not part actual, you know, bird. It's an insect. Looks like a fucking. It kind of looks more like like one of those arthropods from Dune. Is kind of what it looks like. Whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
So it's a predatory wasp. Is actually what it is, and they prey on, you guessed it, tarantulas, which I think is sick.
Yeah.
I think it's sick when your prey is something that's kind of badass. So that's scoring points for me in the dank off here.
Yeah.
Curriculum here is just, for my desert dank off, I should have probably said this before I got into it, is badassery, is durability, and lack of, which this I suppose bleeds into durability, but just lack of necessity. What's the word for that? Just self-containment, or just I guess that would be the most adaptive for desert, or best adaptivity. Fucking adaptation. What up, Charlie Kaufman? That's kind of what I'm going for. Lives in the United States, the American Southwest, which the Mojave Desert's actually the hottest desert in the world. It's not the biggest desert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Do you know what the biggest desert is? Pop fucking boner. Pop
I do.
quiz.
Antarctica.
Boom. Also, spoiler alert, there's no bends on here. I didn't pick penguins. Penguins were, I thought about them. Emperor penguin, pretty sick. They post up. What does a penguin do? You post up with your boys. And they've got dank relationships with their dank penguin wives, dude. The men will sit on the eggs for a while, give the women a break. I love the team aspect. But I want individuality in my dank desert list here. Lives in the Grand Canyon. Beautiful. That's nice. If I'm going to visit one or see one, that's cool. Bright orange wings, can grow up to 2 inches. So they're super unique. The mother tarantula hawk paralyzes the tarantula with its venom that carries them back to the nest, seals them up, laying their eggs in the spider's abdomens. The larva grows. They feed on the paralyzed tarantula, saving the vital organs for last.
Whoa.
That is psychotic. These are serial killer animals.
Yeah.
Keeps it alive.
Jeez.
Not only, you imagine that, dude? I feel bad for the tarantula now. Just eat me. Just let me be dead and feast on me. You're gonna kidnap me. You're gonna paralyze me, psycho. Kidnap me, bring me back, wrap me up, tie me up, put your babies in me, and then eat me. It's the Jeffrey Dahmer of desert animals. I'm a little off-put now.
Yeah.
Off-putting.
Yeah.
Okay, keeping it rocking and rolling. We're keeping it high and tight today. Everyone's getting to work on time, baby. Number 2, actually, I shouldn't say that. No particular order. The thorny devil. Already like it because it sounds like horny devil, like my guy Convertible Craig just cruising around. Tempe, yeah. Yeah, a lot of college campuses there. Yeah, I like that. Take it easy, Convertible Craig. Yeah, Snooze Cafe. Yeah, I'm a type of guy who likes to bring in a full bottle of lemon. What are those things that they took in Wolf of Wall Street and put them in people's coffee? It's a wake-up good-night drink. Look out, Convertible Craig. Man, I just took Convertible Craig to a whole new dark level. Really became not fun playing him after I said that. So if you're looking at this, imagine a Transformer. That's what this looks like, a Transformer.
It honestly looks like a Pokemon character.
Yeah, that's a great call. This is doesn't even look real. If you told me this was an alien, it looks fake. It looks like something from Pokemon.
It's like a land lobster.
Yes, with spikes all over it to protect it from, obviously, probably psycho serial killer tarantula hawks.
Yeah.
So you got to have a lizard if it's a desert list. You just got to. This thing's fucking badass. It was actually worshipped and used as a devil. Like people thought like you think of like where in our DNA we think of like where devils come from, or like these dragons and scary things in stories. This thing is that 1,000%. Now, luckily it's only 8 inches, but imagine if that thing was 8 feet.
Huh.
It'd have to be extinct. Humanity would have had, we had to kill giant ground sloths. Humanity had to kill the megafauna in order to survive. We had to group together and defeat. This thing it couldn't be around if it was that much bigger. It's too terrifying. It looks insane. And if you don't believe me, they have 2 heads.
Whoa.
It has 2 heads. Really one, it's just a false head, but it's used for defense in case, when it's threatened. It looks scarier. Probably has 2 personalities though, Do you think the thorny devil has, when it's choosing if it's going to do something bad or not, has those angels pop up on its shoulder? An angel and devil speaking to the subconscious.
I just imagine it talking like, I'm actually a real sweetie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they are actually bad. They only hunt ants, so
That's not so bad.
we like that. That's fine. They got sticky tongues, dude. So if they dart their loved ones, that's kind of cool, I guess.
yeah.
They dart for a while. That's nice. They drink through their skin, which is so cool. I think that's fucking awesome. Collects dew and moisture from the sand with tiny channels between their scales. They direct precious drops into the lizard's mouth and are just one example of these like creative hydration mechanisms that a lot of these desert animals have, which are so cool. So I think looks-wise, it looks badass. If the devil was going to live anywhere, it'd be the desert. And it's the most badass looking lizard. I think it's a lizard. Even the great distinction in humanity, even more than gender in my book, is, and there is no fluidity with kids who either pick up lizards or don't pick up lizards. That's it. It's binary. You're either that kid or you're not.
I wasn't that kid.
I ain't that kid. Keeping it moving. The Sidewinder. I mean, it's awesome. It's kind of how the Fremen move through the desert in Dune. This snake, it's also, if you're traveling through the desert and you see this sort of marking in the sand of this, desert that's been moving. It can move up to 18 miles per hour, so it's fucking fast as fuck. Only Usain Bolt's gonna outrun this thing, and it slithers in this like sidewinder pattern. That's what it's called. It goes side to side, and they move really quick, and that's how it gets through the sand. So really terrifying. They're ambush hunters, which is pretty sick. Bury themselves in the sand, leaving only their eyes peeking upwards. And when a lizard, probably not a thorny devil, but because if it bites a thorny devil, it's going to get hurt. The snake will get hurt. It will spring from the trap straight out of the sand.
Bite the devil, you get the horns.
That's right, baby.
The thorns.
Can't handle the heat. Get out of the freaking desert. Fucking totally badass. Can strike in the blink of an eye. Venom that attacks both the blood and nervous system. So your blood's going to boil and your brain's going to shut down. Not fun. Lives in the United States and Mexico. And it sort of has a cool adaptation is it has actually shade for its eyes. Even though desert, snakes can use like their, they don't have like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they use like infrared systems and stuff like that. But, this one does have vision. So it has little, you can tell it's a sidewinder. And, in case it's sitting still, if you haven't seen its tracks, it'll, if you're looking a sidewinder in the eye, just be careful. Okay. That's all I'm saying. And you're going to be able to tell it's a sidewinder because it's got flaps and for shade. So pretty badass, nothing about boning. So that's just making me think, just so far as setting the table, I'd like to find out how it boned. Probably does do some cool humping positions, with that sidewinder back and forth movement,
Yeah.
Never seen snakes bone.
Sidey style.
Something to think about. Yeah, sidey style.
Sidey 9.
Yes. That's amazing, dude. And of course it darts. Okay. We all know snakes dart. So very nice. And it has those separate tongue things.
Missionary.
Missionary. That's amazing. Okay. Moving on. One more. No, two more. We've got the hairy desert scorpion. Now, Aaron, when I asked you earlier, I was going to say, what? That's a scary photo.
Yeah.
You don't want to wake up and see that. That reminds me, classic. When you're a kid, remember the creepy crawler commercials?
Yeah.
You were a kid, you were watching cartoons. Creepy crawlers was basically these like weird chemicals that were probably hazardous in some way, shape, or form. You'd make imprints of just like creepy crawlers, probably a tarantula hawk. A scorpion was probably the most famous one. And then what you do, and this was in the commercial, your grandfather would be sleeping peacefully, getting a rest from his PTSD from being in Vietnam or Korea or whatever war he was in, and against his will, and just trying to nap in his chair. And then as a child, you'd come up and you'd put a crawler right on his face, and he'd wake up and get terrified, have a heart attack, slip into a coma, and die. That was the commercial. That's exactly it. The grandpa died. It said, hey, you want to kill your grandpa? Get a creepy crawler.
Those were the days.
Now adults
now
might
it's
need
just
them.
COVID that takes them.
Yeah, now COVID exactly comes around. We might need to, grandpas, even parents are getting to that era, that age, a little bit older, and they ain't moving out of their houses. I think I'm going to start selling creepy crawlers to millennials who bought them as kids. Hey, go freak out your parents. Let them die. Move into their house. Sell it. It's dark. So this scorpion's badass. Like many, it calls the desert its home. It's about 4 to 7 inches, so it's like my little tiny wiener next to Joe's little, gigantic penis going around the desert. Oh, sorry, it only said 7. I thought it said 70 inches. Yeah, 7 inches. Sorry, never mind. Joe's hog, no chance. So it's one of the larger scorpions, though. It's got a drab green, olive green color, something a British dude would probably wear. It's fluorescent, ultraviolet light. So this fluorescence is fucking badass. So you can see this UV light in the desert summer night, and it's when they also tend to be most active. So it's cool for just observing them. It's not something that like they omit. Let's see. When they bone, it's pretty cool. They'll lock pincers and bone each other, and it kind of looks like they're wrestling, so it's kind of like hardcore. And in the male, after he busts his nut, has to quickly leave because it's also praying mantis style, because the female might be like, dude, I'll sting you, dude, because it immediately is like, okay, I have my young, you've served me, now get out. So, kind of like, hey, the matriarchy is holding it strong for the hairy desert scorpion. About a 12-month gestation period, quite a while, right? 1 year. Says 6 to 12 months, so I don't know. Just depends, I guess, how fat of a load that dude dropped, and then deuced and bounced, dude. They hunt on their own. They're not something that wants to attack or seek out humans, but if you fuck with them, they'll gank you. You don't want to step on one, I'll tell you that. And here's a little bit of a knock, but I have to be honest, it doesn't have the most potent venom of all the scorpions in the desert, which is kind of a knock. But the cool thing about it is it has that hair, which keeps it cooler, which it's the most adaptable, and it lives in desert full time. So that's why it made the list. Finally, we have the desert long-eared bat. This is a cool-ass animal. This animal's tight, okay? Has a nickname of the hardest bat in the world, which is kind of cool. I mean, look, it's kind of cute if you think terrifying, evil things look cute. And dude, what's amazing about it, do you see those ears? This is like a flying radar tower, bro. This thing it can change the frequency of its echolocation. That was the word I wanted to mistakenly use for snakes, but it's not that. Snakes use something else. They use like heat detection.
That's something with their tongue, though, too, don't they?
They like stick out their tongues, like nom, 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 nom. They dart and then find shit out about their ambient environment. And these bats, though, dude, look at the ears, man. They're like giant. It almost looks like its ears are jellyfish.
Yeah. I was gonna say, are mushrooms.
Yeah, like shrooms. What up, dude? Okay, that's a bonus, Aaron, right there. If we're getting into lists.
Got shrooms for ears.
Fuck yeah. And also very cool. What does it eat? Its prey? Scorpions.
Oh, wow.
It flies at night, uses its giant jellyfish shroom ears, changes the frequency to hear scorpions stepping, crawling across the stand, goes, ooh, or probably can hear a horny devil and be like, I don't want to mess with that. But here's a little scorpion, maybe one scorpion that just busted his nut and is having like post-nut clarity and be like, dude, I need to get out of here, dude. That lady's going to get me. Going home, being like, shit, dude, should I go see my buddy Craig, some other scorpion? And that bat's going to be like, dude, you're out all alone, dog. You're walking a little slower because you just got yours. Swoop in, boom. Dead. Wrestles the scorpion into submission. Also has developed over time, which is always fascinating to me, that like bats had to have died at some point, but like now in their DNA, they can handle the venom from scorpions. Like it can sting the bat and the bat's okay. I'm sure if it gets stung way too much, but it says it can survive multiple scorpion stings unbothered. Wow. So very badass. Very, very badass. Okay, so now we're going to get into the...
Well, we have one more.
Oh, wait, one more slipped onto the list here. Okay, let's pull it up, Aaron. Oh! Whoa, I don't know how this got in here. This is my research must have gotten crossed. This is a Boris Vallejo called Siren of the Sand. My desert research must have gotten, the wires must have been crossed. So what we have here for you listing, we have definitely a woman here, definitely looks like she does a Tough Mudder. A functional strength would be my guess. Maybe a CrossFit, been doing it for a year, but hasn't entered competition play. And with her short hair, I have to say probably has an ex-boyfriend out there who she's still into, but is definitely no good for her. And this is probably what a mirage, if you were like a beta male, this would be the mirage. You'd be like, I know you want to be with Darren, but I can fix you. Just it's fine. Like, just join my band. It definitely looks like she plays drums. Let's be honest, Darren. We know she's given me a little bit of...
With the wristbands?
Yeah, the wristbands. Some kind of wonderful type of... I forget that actress's nime. Elle Macpherson, maybe. who plays the drums. Definitely that. Definitely a beta male. Like, oh hey, honestly, kind of looks like a forgive part of my French, like a smoke show carpool mom from the '80s, where you'd be like, whoa, Mrs. Studebaker is going to go to like jazzercise. Do you teach jazz? She looks like she teaches jazzercise, and maybe.
Yeah, it's got like a rhythm gymnastics vibe to it.
Big time, especially with these like I don't know, like
The ribbons.
the ribbons, like she's leading some sort of Disney parade. So
We can't see the hair with that much clarity. It could be dreadlocks.
you could be right. It could be.
That would be real ratty though.
It would be. Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking a mushroom haircut. Kind of looks like Toad from Mario Kart's haircut on one of the, smokest show ladies I've ever seen ever. Yeah, straight up Mrs. Studebaker just going through a divorce. So that's legit. All right, we're going to get into the judging segment now and actually list and create this dank off. But before we do that, real quick, rewind it back to the days of chillaxing on the beach, all day fun with spring break on DraftKings Casino. Okay, playing exclusive games like fan fave Rocket. With the excitement is endless, the vibes are right, and the cash prizes could be huge. They got all sorts of fun games. Rocket's a banger, but check out, the classic casino games too, blackjack, roulette, fun stuff going on there. And right now, new players start playing with just $5 and get $100 instantly in casino credits. Download the app and use code DANK to book your one-way ticket to fun with DraftKings Casino. That's right. Spring break, baby. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-777 or ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per opted-in new customer. $5 wager required. Max $100 in casino credits awarded, which require one-time play through within 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Restrictions apply. Let's go, baby. Spring break's here. Get on DraftKings Casino. Do yourself a favor. All right. Let's get into this dank off, dude. Let's go as we do. Start with 5. Work our way up to 1.
Okay.
My number 5, and I'm surprised I'm saying it, it's the Sidewinder.
Oh, wow.
I think there's cooler snakes,
Sure.
but this is just the desert, and I think it is the coolest snake of the desert. Some copperhead living in the hills. This thing's actually out there in the sand, like in the dunes, and will gank you. It looks kind of lame with those eyelids, and I think I just hate snakes. I'm like Indiana Jones that way.
Mm-hmm.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is the tarantula hawk.
Okay, you're creeped out by it.
I am creeped out by it. I don't like bugs that much.
I'll tell you right now, it's my number 4.
Cool.
It's a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's a serial killer. I do like the bright colors of it, but I'm not a bugs guy. In fact, serial killers love bugs. Mm-hmm. So the vibe's all off. It's got the wrong vibe, okay? And like if I'm on a vacation in the desert, like if I'm at Palm Springs, and this thing lives in the southwestern United States, maybe if I'm at the Grand Canyon, getting a nice couples massage with my dank-ass wife, and we go, hey, let's take an evening hike or something. If I saw that, I'd be more like, get it away from me than like, ooh, ah. If I saw a Sidewinder, I'd be scared. Get me out of there. I want to be gone. But there'd be a factor that's cool. So, yeah, maybe I'm going to flip-flop, Aaron. I think I'm going to get on the same page with you. I'm going to go Tarantula Hawk last. Honestly, the name's the coolest thing. Yeah. I don't even think it lives up to its name.
Yeah.
So
you're going to go Tarantula Hawk, then Sidewinder?
Yeah.
All right, for my number 4, I'm going the long-eared bat.
Oh, see, I love the long-eared bat.
It's cool, but am I scared of it? I don't think so.
If you saw a bat, dude,
I've
swooping
seen
down
bats.
on you, bro, swooping down,
I've seen bats. I
it
don't
can hear
love 'em.
everything you say. You say a lot of things that could get you in trouble. No, I'm kidding. It can hear everything.
That's why I'm in a soundproof room.
All right, you're right. You know what? And here's the thing: you're a beast on the sticks. You are the audio engineer, and more. You know. Okay, I hear
Pretty
you.
sensitive ears, yeah.
Okay, my number 3 is going to be the hairy desert scorpion. Scorpions are cool. I like creepy crawlers, maybe even more. And I like that they bone. But I wish they lived together afterwards. That's kind of what was a negative for me. I like that they're boning.
Yeah, but you want them to be monogamous.
Correct. I like that there's a strong, independent woman. I like that. And that's not even me pandering. That's just true. Thank you. But yeah, I want them to chill, dude. I don't want freaking this dude to get ganked by a freaking long-eared bat on his way back to his boy's house after being a nut, dude. B is short for bust. So, and it's like hair on it while functional. I don't know. I kind of just want it to be big. It looks cool on a jacket.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to put a scorpion on my jacket, I wouldn't put a scorpion with hair on my jacket. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, and the artist did a good job. He really captured the follicles. No. Put the biggest fucking most badass scorpion on there. Now it is the biggest of scorpions. It could be 7 inches. That's a dildo sized scorpion.
Yeah. For my number 3, I'm going the scorpion too.
I love that.
Yeah, they're freaky and they're weird. But I've never even seen one in the wild, so I'm just not really that.
You never seen a scorpion?
I guess I'm blessed.
I've seen some, dude. We used to live up against a canyon growing up, and some scorpions would go in our garage sometimes. They're cool. They're scary looking, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're cool. Okay. My number 2 is the desert long-eared bat.
Okay.
I like that it eats scorpions. It has a badass prey that was high on the list for me.
Yeah.
I think I gotta say, I think it's kind of cute in this picture. Isn't that weird? I just do. And when you said shroom ears, that made me love it even more.
Yeah, I think jellyfish might be more apt, but yeah.
It was like
Mushroom is where I went.
I like that it's kind of white too. Like it's like this white fur, which is weird. Like I usually think a bat is like this grayish looking rat with wings. This guy kind of has a little something extra to him.
It's a little bit like a possum in the face.
Yeah, yes, it does have a possum face. It's ugly. It's an ugly thing.
Yeah. I mean, the wings are disturbing in this photo. Like,
yeah, when they're all
are there things to flap there?
It looks like
sticks.
You finished chicken wings and you put them in the bowls. Exactly what it looks like. I like that it flies around all quiet and shit. I like that it hunts at night. You know, I don't even know where its cave would be. And it can withstand scorpion stings. That's cool. It's durable. It swoops down. It hunts like a beast. Okay, what's your number 2?
I think my number 2 is going to be the thorny devil.
Whoa.
It's by far the coolest looking thing on this list. But again, haven't seen it. Don't know to be afraid of it.
You don't really have to fear it.
Yeah, it seems like you don't.
It looks terrifying.
Yeah.
It's my number 1. It's my number 1. It looks like a little tank with spikes.
Yeah.
And legs. I wish it was bigger, man. If that thing was even, it says it could be 8 inches. So, I mean, if that thing was even as big as like a cat, you'd be so scared.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd be so scared if that thing was as big as a cat, dude. Also, shout out to fennec foxes and sand cats. Any mammal that lives in the desert, badass. They're in Australia. There's some weird shit going on in Australia. Australia's got its own weird shit that I respect. I love that its defense is like it just will hurt you. Like, you can attack me, but it'll hurt you.
Yeah, I want to see it fight the scorpion.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool.
It's got a shell. It's got a hard shell. I love that it's adapted to drink water through its skin. I think it just has, the only thing it really lacks for me is that it has, it only eats ants, but also that's benevolent. There's a lot of ants out there. I don't know their personalities. Guess I got to rewatch the movie Ants or A Bug's Life. But it drinks through its skin. That's cool. I love creative, survival mechanisms in creatures. Also, I like that they call the desert the bush.
In Australia, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, my number one's a Sidewinder.
Whoa.
It's terrifying to me. It's freaky to watch the thing move.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the villain in Rango was a Sidewinder.
Oh, yeah, Rango. You're right. Oh, it plays the villain.
I think so.
Yeah, Rango, good movie. Chameleon with identity issues, genius.
Yeah. And,
Buddy Tom.
yeah, it's just, I mean, like you said, how deadly they are. I never want to run into that thing.
No, hell no. No, hell no. No chance. It's hiding in the sand for you.
Yeah. Don't hide.
It's every nightmare come true. Yeah. I guess I was just biased because I hate snakes so much. It's got powerful venom, can kill you. It's the only thing really on this list that will kill a human. Enough scorpions together could get you. If you try to put a thorny devil on the wrong orifice, that'll get you.
Yeah.
If you bat, no, unless you get scared, freaked out, you run into a rock or something. Or a freaking cactus. A cacti. And then a tarantula hawk it wants to kill you.
Yeah.
It wants to, doesn't even want to kill you. It wants to take everything from you.
Yeah. Wants to harvest you.
Wants to harvest you. Really terrifying stuff there. Boom. I mean, I like it. No camel on this list. No emperor penguins. No snowy albatross. That's something that's down in the Antarctica. It also sounds like something you do to your shorts. In your own shorts when you look at that Boris Vallejo. So, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm fired up. I think we got in Bingo Bango Bongo. Great ep. I love a nice quick dank off. Freaking stay stoked. Aaron, you're a beast, a man of taste. We'll catch you freaking dank lords on the next one. Late.